Alright, we have some gameplay of 7-star rank 2 Silk here, my first ever Science rank 2 champion, and this girl is just so good, man. Her damage output is great, her utility is phenomenal. When she's awakened, it's like really strong. But yeah, for starters here we have this Eternity Pain Dormammu fight, and this fight is a pretty clean fight because she can only take it if she's awakened. I'm pretty sure, at least. If like she's unawakened, it is not fun at all, right? But when she's awakened, this fight is just an absolute breeze because yeah, her slow debuff is just so practical. It lasts a very long time with the opponents in the corner, which by the way, her control is just so good because for the most part, the opponent is just like always in the corner, which is great. Like there is just no stress whatsoever. And additionally, the Silk Sense is pretty dang great because it's just a nice evade counter there. You're going to see in the next fight how useful it is because it's a Bishop fight, right? And Bishop is unblockable. He has a very scary SB2. So yeah, it's a very strong ability, right? But then check this out. We go back in, we get a parry going, we drop a heavy attack into the SB3, and now it is time for the control loop because when this girl has the SB3 up, she just has the opponent like locked in completely. It is just so crazy, man. Like check this out. He is just stunned. We drop the heavy attack into the relic hit. He's stunned again. We go back in. We drop another heavy attack into the SB2. And look at this damage output, man. That's like what, 67,000 damage right there. And that's about what, a minute and 22 seconds for that one fight there. Very sweet. Now we have this Bishop fight, and one of my friends said that Silk is so good because she can take pretty much any fight. And I was like a bit skeptical at first with that statement, but the more I think about it, the more it kind of is just true because this girl can just take whatever's thrown at her, right? Like this Bishop fight here. When you see it, you don't think of Silk, but she takes this fight so well. Like check this out. He drops SB2 here, and it is like unblockable completely. So if we were to miss a dex, we have the Silk Sense there to like help, keep us back on track, which is just so good, man, because that utility piece is just very strong. And besides that, she just has, very straightforward damage output, which is the best part. Here we drop the SP1 to help, reset the meltdown timer. And yeah, like Silk is just really reliable, to be honest. I think that's the best way to put it. She is just really reliable, and her like ceiling of what she can take is just insanely high, right? So yeah, I feel like as time goes on, she will just be more and more popular because people will realize how like powerful she is because she can take a lot of stuff and she takes it with like absolute ease, to be honest. And yeah, check this out, man. We go in, we drop SB2 here to just like reset the meltdown timer, and the fight is going pretty well so far. That was a nice little burst there, but that is just the appetizer. The main course is with the SB3, right? So I'm just going to play it slow here, just let the meltdown timer expire off a Bishop, and then once that is done, I can just go for the SB3 and then hopefully just finish him off, right? But here he drops the SB2. Silk Sense of like saves me there. The evade saves me there, which is perfect. Like I was saying, it's a very nice ability. If there's like a special tech that is really hard to dex or like that is unblockable, it will be there to save you, right? So yeah, overall, very strong ability, to be honest. And here I can just go back in, get the intercept, drop the SP3, and then check this out. So there's like a bit of cheese here because with Silk, her combat power rate increases by 100% with the SP3, and with this node, you gain passive power as well. So like we're just gaining so much power here, right? Like check this, we go for the relic hit now, then we get some more power going, and then we get to the SP3 on accident, which, wasn't my plan, but hey, I'll take it, right? And yeah, like the fight is pretty much over now. We're doing like what, 40,000 mediums. It is just super cool. 29,000 light attack there, and that was about 2 minutes and 14 seconds for that Bishop right there. Pretty dang sweet, man. And now we have some Science lanes here in Act 8, and she is just so good for these Science lanes because she has access to slow, she has access to no buffs or anything. She also has a ton of debuffs, and she has the ability to reverse regeneration. So she has a lot of Science tropes, right? So that makes her really good for like these Science lanes right here. For example, check out this fight. It goes by pretty dang fast. But honestly, I kind of played it wrong here because I went for the SP3. But for these health pools with like this modified attack rating increase, I should go for the SP2 only, but I just chose not to. Kind of messed up there, but it's fine. But like, look at this damage anyway, man. It is just so strong. So here I dropped the SP3, and now the fight is about to be over because yeah, check out this damage, man. We go in, No crit there, unfortunately, but then that's a 22,000 crit on the first medium hit there, and the fight is just over. A pretty decent time there. And now we have Cole Obsidian on the same lane. And here I dropped the SP2 instead of the SP3 because I think it is like a bit faster overall time-wise. And I'm right, because this fight time is like a lot less than what the Dragon Man fight was, right? So the game plan here is to just, get the Petrify up, get the Slow up, and then, yeah, just stack up the Fury passives. And then once it's time for the SP2, just do a ton of damage that way, right? And yeah, Silk is just great for these lanes, like I said. Just a fantastic champion for, any science lane that's out there. And just a very good champion for, like, most lanes, to be honest. And look at that damage, man. That was, like, what, 76,000 on that one hit? Pretty sweet. That was over, like, 100,000 bursts as well. Very, very nice. And that was about 38 seconds overall. Pretty dang sweet. Now we have this guillotine here. Same stuff. And yeah, man, I just think Silk is fantastic. I took her up over Hulk and Titania, and while those champions are probably better, I think Silk has more potential overall because she is still very brand new, and there is a lot to explore with this champion, right? But I feel like as time goes on, she might even be better than Hulk and Titania, which is crazy because, Hulk is the best 7-star in my opinion. I think Hulk is probably one of the craziest champions, both damage and control-wise, and Titania is insane as well. But look at that damage, man. Just some crazy stuff right there. But yeah, the science class is just crazy, man. Like, the recent additions have just been insane. Like, Hulk buff was unreal. Cassie Lang, very solid. Silk right here, I think, is the best science champion of the year. Sandman probably will get buffed, but even if he doesn't get buffed, he still has some use at least. Like, every science champion's been pretty good so far, and I just cannot wait to see, like, the future of the science champs, because so far so good, to be honest. And check out this lane, man. That was 16 seconds right there. Just total madness. And now we have this Yondu here, and this Yondu same lane. What this lane is basically you do more damage if the opponent has a non-damaging debuff on them, which Silk has a ton of those. So it's just a very easy time for her, right? And yeah, like anything that benefits non-damaging debuffs, that benefits like a slow or something, like that one science lane, like she just has so much use, right? But then there's Battlegrounds, and Battlegrounds is where this champion, I feel like, will shine so much because it will just show how versatile this champion is, because her rotations are just perfect for that one type of fight, which is the Battlegrounds health pools. And she can do long fights too, don't get me wrong, but I feel like she is best made for like the middle to like small health pool fights, right? And yeah, this champion will just be crazy for it. Like my ring 2, of course, will be unreal for Battlegrounds because yeah, her rotation is so simple at ring 2. But like even a ring 4 6-star, like a ring 5 6-star would just be fantastic too, to be honest. So yeah, there's just so much potential with this character, and I just cannot wait to see like how she turns out. I know she's in the next feature crystal, which by the way, I think drops very soon. So yeah, there's gonna be Silk, Adam Warlock, Moondragon, Sandman, who else? Lady Deathstrike, Danny Moonstar. A very good, like, you know, batch of 6 characters there. So I cannot wait to see like how people like her. I feel like she'll be pretty loved by most people because she isn't too hard to play, and she does offer a lot of utility and just overall damage output, right? So yeah, Silk, I'm excited, man. I'm excited for this character. I cannot wait to see like how she progresses. I don't know if like the next character of August will be Science as well, because then she'll have competition, but it'll be hard to beat Silk, to be honest, because this character is crazy, right? But yeah, this lane is the Foresight lane, and she just takes this pretty well. The burst damage just gets a massive increase with the Foresight Fury passive. And like anything that helps increase your damage output with like a Fury passive or just a percentage damage increase, it helps Silk a ton. But even without it, she just has some crazy damage output still. So yeah, I just don't know like where the cons are for this champion. I feel like she just has everything, and it's just all made so well, to be honest. I just don't know, man. Like her damage output, phenomenal. Her utility is super good. Maybe one drawback is that she wants to be awakened for like all of her utility, which is kind of annoying because like, you know, 7 stars are kind of the future, and You can't really dupe a 7-star right now with ease. I know I did it, but I was just insanely lucky, right? Like, you can't really just rely on that. But yeah, besides that, just a really, really well-made champion, right? And look at that damage output, man. It is just so, so good. But yeah, Silk is just fantastic, man. I think I made a great choice with this rank 2 champion. I cannot wait to just like explore this character more, see how she turns out, because I feel like she'll just be getting better and better as time progresses. And yeah, let me know your thoughts on Silk. Like I said, I feel like she's very, very solid. And yeah, that's about it for me.